So you click on this video because you're either PCSing to Jacksonville, currently living in Jacksonville, or retired and thinking about retiring here in Jacksonville. So we're going to talk about what all the benefits that Jacksonville has to offer for vets in this video right here. Let's go. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Dr. Adrian Gentry, aka Dr. Real Estate Jax. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification as I try to put out 2 videos a week talking about everything Jacksonville, where to eat, where to live, things to do, and of course real estate. And if you've been here before, you know what I'm going to say. Get up and get your own water. You are family now. So if you do not know, I'm a real estate agent in the Jacksonville market. I'm going to put my number around here. I am the guy who texts, email back, and responds to your questions. So this one is going to be a special one, right? And please ignore this wind. It's a windy day. I couldn't do anything about it. This one is special because I'm shouting out my guy Juan. He's one of our viewers. He says, Adrian, I want to retire in Florida, but I need to know the benefits of Jacksonville. I have 3 things on my list. I said, you know what? I'm going to let you know all about what the military has to offer for vets down here. So if you do not know, Jacksonville is a military town. We have 3 bases here. We have NAS Jax, we have Mayport, and just literally right across in Georgia, we have Kings Bay, and it's been ranked number 8 for top places for veterans to live and to retire. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of the city, and then guess what? We're gonna get into what benefits does military have in here. See what Jacksonville looks like just a little bit, and there's no question about it. Jacksonville is a great place to call home, and if you're ending your career or you're looking to start a second career and you're making plans to spend the rest of your time fishing like I wish I could do, but my kids like to do this thing called eat, Jacksonville could be your forever home. And me as a vet, I like to let other vets know Florida has so many military benefits for us, right? Like, this is a place definitely call home, and I'm gonna start with the first benefit, like the weather. Like, today is 2 days away from Thanksgiving, and I'm still wearing, like, I just put on a sweater for the first time today. So weather is definitely one of those benefits, especially if you were coming from a place like Alaska or New York or Chicago area where the weather is constantly snowing, the wind is constantly blowing, and I don't know if you've been to Chicago before, but that weather cuts through the city and chills your bones. But one of the things that I love about this place is the lower cost of living. So once you're retiring, if you've ever seen my video on the cost of living in Jacksonville, Florida, you'll see that we're about 10% lower than the national average. And we've talked about the pros and the cons of living in Jacksonville. We've talked about the things I love about Jacksonville, things I hate about Jacksonville, but one of the greatest benefits here would actually be the weather. I mean, we get 270 days of sunshine, right? We get a very, very mild winter, and I'm talking about maybe a month, right? 3-4 weeks of really freezing cold. Other than that, you're going to get chilly in the morning, and then hot in the afternoon, and then cold at night. It's kind of bipolar. You don't know what to do most days, so you just put on a little sweater, right? So other things I would love to talk about when it comes to vets is job opportunity. So I know a lot of people are transitioning, and it's a scary thing to do when you're transitioning out the military. And then I remember getting out and they gave me this little thin book. I think it was like blue to green or green to blue or something like that. No one really tells you what you're supposed to be doing or how to go after certain opportunities. Jacksonville has like a vets first policy, right? So hiring vets is paramount. Hiring vets is a priority to people in Jacksonville, Florida, and with so many bases around, and also the community of military that live here, there's always someone to help guide you and advise you. 500 Fortune companies right here. So whatever your rate was, whatever your MOS was in the military, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to find your second career here in Jacksonville. Now, the second thing that when I'm talking about job opportunities, I'm also talking about business. So I moved back about 10 years ago, right? And I was going after government contracts, and I needed to understand what I needed to do. So you realize you have a PTAC office here, you have a SCORES office here, you have an SBA office here, all places that can help you plan out your business and show you how to go after government money. Basically doing the exact same thing that you were doing in the military, but this time you're doing it for extra money, and you're not on a ship or in the field trying to get that cash. So you have opportunities here just because, like I said, the community, right? Veterans first, the ability to network, and this person knows that person, or this person can get you into these doors right here in Jacksonville. And that's what I love about the military community, that there's help, right? It's not like you're getting out of the Navy or getting out of the Army or whatever branch you're in, and you have no one to help you with guidance, and you're trying to figure out your career. There are offices here to help veterans out. And they also have the Veterans Coalition, right, to help make your transition a little bit easier when you're coming out the military. So let's talk about VA medical benefits, right? Something you fought for, something you should be getting. Now, currently we have two locations. One's on South University Boulevard in the Memorial Health Plaza. The other one is on the north side of Jacksonville. They're older facilities, I'm letting you know that right now. But what I love about it, 2 years from now, they're actually working on a new location right here in Jacksonville, high tech, over at River City Marketplace. And we're talking about 160,000 square feet, due to serve 45,000 veterans. And I'm excited about that. And I'll tell you why, right? Everyone's heard the horror stories of the VA. Some of us have lived the horror stories of the VA hospital. But to let you know how Jacksonville feels about its vets, the notion that they're building a high-tech facility right here so we can get the type of service that you fought for. Right here in town. You don't have to go out of town, and be able to schedule your appointments and be seen when there's a problem, and not wait months and months and months to actually get in the door or walk into that facility that was built in 1926. You guys have all been there before, right? I love that Jacksonville is actually putting in $40 million to make sure that we have primary care, we have health care, imaging services that we can actually obtain, right? And not be frustrated with. I can't tell you about the logistics of it. Military was a lot of hurry up and wait, but I can say that I'm excited that they're making that step towards serving vets and allowing us to get the medical services that we need in a timely manner. It just speaks volumes to the relationship that Jacksonville has with its military. Now, I have to talk about it, right? Because I'm a real estate agent. Florida property tax exemptions. And when we were going back and we were researching this one was really interesting, that I noticed that a lot of states did not give the type of exemptions that Florida gave to our military, right? The crazy part about it was some of the exemptions that we get in Florida, other states, you had to be 100% disabled. So starting at 10% or more combat-related injuries, you're getting disability for it, you're eligible for up to $5,000 in discounts. When the veteran is service connected, totally or permanently disabled, or in a wheelchair, you're maybe totally exempt from paying property tax on your homestead here in Jacksonville. I'm not going to get deep into it, but there are also other tax exemptions when you homestead. So we're looking at possibly about another $50,000 if you're not 100% disabled that can go towards your homestead exemptions. I looked at bigger states, right? Like I look at states like, you know what, I'm not gonna name the states because it might be your state, but some of those states, I mean, they were literally, you had to be 100% disabled to even look at a discount of $5,000. So just knowing that you can homestead down here in Jacksonville, Florida, in Florida in general, and possibly get, let's say, $50,000, and I'm telling you, that saves you a lot of money, or 100% in property tax, especially if you want to live on the beach. It will save you tons of money. And I did not see that across the board when it came to states really looking out for our veterans. So that is definitely one of the greatest benefits I see with moving to Jacksonville, Florida. All right, so on other benefits, right? So if you're a service disabled vet, 100% disability, you're eligible for free driver's license, right? You're also eligible for no application fee on that. As long as you get the DV on your license plate, they're giving it to you free, right? Another discount that I absolutely love is the fishing. Fishing and hunting forever, for free, right? 100% disability. You do not have to worry about paying for that. And if you do come down and get it, come talk to me. I want to go with you. But there are a lot of discounts that I know we have nationwide for food and travel and shopping, but some of them that are local to Jacksonville, Florida. One would be Jacksonville Zoo. So if you have your grandkids or your kids, the ones that eat you out of house and home and then go to their grandparents' house and get spoiled, Jacksonville Zoo is a great place to be able to take them. Mosh Museum is another place that you would want to possibly go out and take your kids. Disney World is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. They'll take half a mortgage payment, but guess what? You'll still get discounts. One of the things I love about Jackson, we have a place called Alhambra Theater, right? And they put on plays, and it's like you have dinner and you watch plays. I try to get out there 2 times a year. That is also a place you want to check out. There's discounts. Me and a couple of my guys, we hit up the Autobahn. So every November, Autobahn is an indoor speedway. They have axe throwing, they have arcades. Listen, I'm grown, still want to play in the arcade, virtual machines. And then they have the go-karts. So every November, if you present your ID, then they give you a 100% discount. So you can go in there and have fun, right? Like act up like the inner child that we have. Builders, right? So if you're looking for a property, and I like to take all my vets this, right? I became a military relocation specialist for a reason, right? And the reason was I wanted to make sure vets were getting everything that they deserved when they were buying properties and to help them along the process because they never really taught us about VA loan. What does it really entail? So builders, so we have DR Horton down here, ICI Homes, KB Homes, and all of these builders offer discounts, right, or rebates back towards vets. As soon as you say, look, I was a veteran, you get a percentage back off your closing costs. If you understand the VA loan, you know you don't have any down payments. Also, lenders, right? So my lending partner, Willie Smith, I know you've seen the video. If not, I'll put it right here, right? Willie Smith offers $1,600 back. It's called Hamilton Heroes. He gives you $1,600 back for fees that are attached to your loan, right? If you're working with a real estate agent and it's not me, first of all, shame on you. But if you're in another part of Florida and you're working with a real estate agent, it's not me. These are the things they should be asking for from your lender and from your builder. Understand this. You served in the military, you got the VA loan, and you should be asking for the rebates and anything they could possibly give you. Because that ID, that means an absolute lot to people in Jacksonville. And that's one of the things I really love about being down here, right? They appreciate you, right? And one of the big events, everyone has the Veterans Day Parade. But here in Jacksonville, I can honestly say you feel the appreciation, right? You have your Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, Air Force. Everyone is representing their branches. But as you're walking through the streets with so many military here, you can feel the appreciation. You can. It's almost like a nostalgic moment. In boot camp, I remember one of the best things I loved in boot camp was marching and to watch soldiers and sailors march down the street in sequence. Anyway, it's a beautiful thing, and you can feel it through all the people here in Jacksonville, especially if you're wearing your paraphernalia. You're always going to get a handshake. Thank you for our service. You're always going to hear that. And that's one of the things that's great about being in Jacksonville, Florida. A couple other things, a couple other places I have to tell vets about, right? So the Veteran Memorial Wall, that's where we're at right now, right? Beautiful place right in downtown Jacksonville at the Jaguar Stadium. It features 1,500 local militaries that lost their lives in combat, and it goes all the way back to the War of Terror, World War II, and it covers every branch of the military. Another thing is the National Cemetery that opened up in 2009, the Veterans Hangout, Veterans United Craft Brewery, that's on the south side of town. It was opened by Ron Gable, who was a naval naval flight pilot. There we go. And it started back in late 2014. It's kind of that place where, it gives you that barracks feel, right? Where you used to sit around with your guys or girls at the barracks and, drink beer and talk crazy to each other. So it's nostalgic as well. It's one of those feelings that kind of take you back to your early days in the military. And it's a nice place for a lot of military to hang out. Another place I want to talk about for vets to check out when they get down here is Memorial Park. Now, it's located in Riverside area, right off the St. Johns River. It's about 6-acre park. Most people just go because it's beautiful. A lot of people don't realize that they built that park because of vets, right? The Florida Fallen going back to World War One, and it started off with 1,219 names, and since then they've added about 40% more names on there. So you can go out there, you can chill with your lady, with your husband, do a picnic, ride a bike, go fishing a little bit. But now you kind of understand a little history about it. So you understand it's for veterans, and that was built there for us guys. Now the next place I want to talk about is the Lone Sailor, right? The Lone Sailor is on the South Bank downtown, right? The Riverwalk. So when you're taking a ferry across, you'll see this guy, and he's just, I'm putting the picture up right now. I don't know if you can see me doing this, but anyway, he's standing there, and that kind of commemorates the relationship that Jacksonville has with the Navy. It's a beautiful reminder that they do support troops here. They do support sailors here. They do support the airmen that have served our country. And it's just one of those things, like you just get that kind of warm and fuzzy feeling when you actually know what it is and say, you know what, that's dope. You wanna salute him as he's just standing there. And the last one, Yellow Bluff Fort. St. John's River, located on the north side. It was paramount with the Civil War. It was one of those places both the Confederate and the Union soldiers would live there. At one point, it was about 250 soldiers. No battles were actually fought there. However, it's a representation of the military, like the things you fought for. Like I don't think that a lot of people understand the amount of sacrifice, and I thank you guys who are actively serving right now, right? Like the amount of sacrifice that goes into what you do every day, what your families go through, so we can be safe in this world. And like I said, I became a military relocation professional because I want to be able to serve our military as much as possible. So if you're relocating to Jacksonville, right, you want to know what's going on, like put my number in here somewhere. I would love to talk to you and help you in any way that you can. Shoot me an email, shoot me a text. If you just have a question, just let me serve you. Like let me serve you. That's what we were taught to do, was to serve, and I want to continue doing that. But until next time, be great and choose excellence in everything you do.